Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's discuss Salmonella. It is having two species, that is typhidal species S. typhi and S. paratyphi, and non-typhidal species, that is S. cholerasis, which causes septicemia, and S. enteriditis, that causes enterocolitis. Important properties is that it is a straight gram-negative rod, glucose fermenter, produce H2S gas, citrate positive, has 3 antigens, capsulated K antigen, flagellated H antigen, and cell wall O antigen. It is oxidase negative and reduce Na3 to NO2, facultative anaerobe. It causes enteric fever, enterocolitis, septicemia, and karyotype state. Human is only reservoir for S. typhi, and sources of other Salmonella species are poultry, egg, uncooked meat, etc. Transmission is through fecal-oral route. Let's talk about pathogenesis. It causes enteric fever, that is caused by S. typhi and S. paratyphi. Pathogenesis is that organisms enter and multiply in the mononuclear phagocytes of pairs patches of small intestine. Once organism is there, it spread to phagocytes of liver, gallbladder, and spleen and lead to bacteremia. Organism can grow and survive within the phagosomes in phagocytic cell. All this occur in 10 days period, and then through bile it reaches the intestine and start ulcerating the mucosa over the infective lymph nodes. In clinical finding, during the first week we see that the patient is having a temperature rise and then constipation is there. Then after that there is malaise, increasing headache, drowsiness, and itching in the limbs. At the end of first week, a rash, that is red rose spot, appear on upper abdomen. Now in second week we see that as bacteremia becomes sustained, so it presents with high fever, bradycardia, tender abdomen, delirium, and hepatosplenomegaly. Rarely red spots on the abdomen, and in the third week we see that disease begin to resolve, but severe complication can occur such as intestinal hemorrhage, and in 3% patient become chronic carrier. Chronic carrier means that they have not suffered from typhoid in last 12 months but discharge as typhoid feces. The second one is enterocolitis, that is gastroenteritis. The pathogenesis is that organism enter and invade the epithelial and subepithelial tissue of small and large intestine. So as a result of over there inflammation and diarrhea is there. Clinical finding, incubation period is 12 to 48 hours, and nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and fever is seen. In septicemia, it occurs in two conditions, that is sickle cell anemia, a person with enterocolitis. It is characterized by fever, osteomyelitis, pneumonia, and meningitis. Let's talk about lab diagnosis. Specimen can be blood, stool, urine, bone marrow. Microscopy, we see gram stain smear, gram negative rod is seen, give red color. And culture media in blood culture for typhoid, in first and second week blood culture is positive, and in second and third week stool culture is positive. For enterocolitis, in second week stool culture is positive. Selective media is there, that is Salmonella shigella agar and oxycholate agar. These two media allow only Salmonella and Shigella to grow. Differential media is there, that Salmonella give colorless colonies on EMB and McConkey agar because it is lactose non-fermenter. And bismuth sulfite medium, it gives black colonies due to H2S production. Biochemical tests include the triple sugar iron test. It produces acid in blood and alkaline in slime. And Simmons citrate medium is there, so over there it changed color. It is citrate positive. Methylene red test, we see that it ferments glucose and glucose broth. This produces acidity. Now adding methyl red indicator, Salmonella is methyl red positive. Serological test, it gives the side agglutination test. Okay, inside agglutination test, it is by agglutination of known antibody with unknown antigen. If agglutination occurs, test is positive. In viral test, by agglutination of known antigen with unknown antibody. It is opposite of side agglutination test, and it is used to measure the rise in antibody titer against the different Salmonella species. During second and third week, body produce antibodies against HO and VI antigen of S. typhi and S. paratyphi. 3-time rise in antibody titer in second week means that viral test is positive. For prevention, personal hygiene is there, and 2 vaccines are also available. That's all.